Good afternoon, Flosstube. My name is Mandy and welcome to my channel about cross stitch. If you are new here, thank you so much for press and play, checking me out, and I hope you like what you see and stick around a little bit. If you are a returning viewer, subscriber, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. We've got a wonderful finish today. I'm so excited about it. I've got a new start with quite a bit of progress on it. A couple of whips and some fun haul. So I do also have the giveaway. I'll have that winner here in just a little bit. So let's go ahead and start with my finish, shall we? So at the beginning of October, I decided to jump onto the 25/7 challenge. That is something that was created by Julie, I believe her name is, at Reflections and Framing. If you look her up on YouTube, there was a video that she explained it. I think it was like December of 2020. But there's a lot of people on Flosstube and Instagram that have decided to, you know, kind of take the challenge on. And so I just decided to do a personal challenge for myself. I'm not involved in like the Facebook group or anything like that. But this has been a great challenge to see progress on a piece and ultimately finish it. This was my January 2020 new year, new start, and I got a lot done, and then it sat for a long time, and I just wasn't really drawn to pick it up a whole lot. I'd pick it up, do a few stitches, and I just wasn't really like sticking with it a whole lot. And so I decided to make this piece my 25/7 challenge piece, and I got it finished. So I got this finished Thursday night. So it took me, what, 28? Yeah, that'd be 28 days for the challenge portion of it. Now, like I said, I started at January 2020. I didn't keep track of how many days I actually worked on it, but in terms of every day for 25 minutes, with the exception of there's like 3 days that I picked it up and I didn't want to put it down. Like there was one day that stitch in the center of the big flower that I wanted to get it done. And then the night that I finished it, no, the night before I actually finished it, I got to stitching on the bird, and after the 25 minutes, I didn't want to put it down. So I kept stitching, and I really probably could have finished it that evening, but just another 20-minute session or so, and I got it done. So got it done the other day. Piece we are talking about after all of this, it is There Is Beauty in Simplicity from Cottage Garden Samplings, number 9 of the Songbird Garden series. I adore this entire series. I have to agree with Michelle Bendy, who just talks about the, she loves the size of things. You know, you've got this little teeny tiny house, you've got this giant bird and a big flower. Just the proportions of everything is fun. So once I got it, you know, got to stitching, it was such a fun piece. So there was nothing about the piece itself that was making me not want to stitch on it. I just, other things, I guess. And I didn't iron a single thing. So here we go. I just centered it on a big piece of fabric, so obviously I don't need quite that much margins. So try to fold this down a little bit here, and I can bring it in a little bit closer. There we go. Yeah, you get the idea. But I got that bird completely done. It looks so cool. I love it. That flower was so cool to stitch. I did use the called for colors, and so some variegated, and I didn't do just like back and forth. I did solid stitches, you know, the complete stitch as I went along, and I just kind of went circular, I guess, diagonal maybe. That's how I got one little line like that, just from the thread being a little a bold portion of yellow right there. But yeah, that is it. So this was finish number 14 for me for the year. I love it. This was stitched on a piece of 18 count fiber on a whim in the color Slate. No immediate plans on getting it framed, but I'm not sure. At some point I'd like to have it framed so I can have it on my wall. And so I actually started this piece, I want to say I actually started it like the day that I filmed last, so it's been 2 weeks. I've worked on it quite a bit since then, so it was such a fun piece that I couldn't put it down. I was enabled to stitch this by Laura from Stitching by the Shore. She finished this a while ago, and I just adore it. It is from Satsuma Street Halloween Cat. I love the colors. Satsuma has some good color choices, and it's all DMC, and really cool like blocks of color. So the progress that I have is just from maybe 3 or 4, like, yeah, probably 3 stitching sessions that I was able to get a lot done. So here we go. Still on the QSnap. So I got the cat head done, except for there will be some back stitched for the whiskers. I'll probably do that last just because they're long stitches that I don't want the QSnap to mess up. This is on a piece of 16 count Be Stitch Me. Oh, I can't ever pronounce the I can't even pronounce it. Like, it looks like it says anemone, but I know it's something from like some color from the sea, and not color, but some creature from the sea. There we go. Anemone? I don't know. 16 count. It was a April 2021 fabric of the month. I'm gonna have issues pronouncing that every single time I try to say it. So, yes, I just adore this piece. This needle minder came from Gina's Unique Boutiques. I know it's not gonna need quite that much, but it was just easier to use the whole piece and not cut it down. Actually, if I remember right, the margins may not be the best on the sides, but it's enough to make it work. So this is gonna be a fun one to come together. And again, like Michelle says, Halloween 365. Just because Halloween is tomorrow does not mean that that stitch is going away. So the piece that I've made I've had kind of as a focus piece this week outside of my 25/7. I'm not planning on making this my 25/7 piece yet, but I sure focused on it a lot this week, and I've not been able to put it down. It is Moonshine by Stone Creek Samplers. Silver, not even stone. Wow, I can't talk today. Silver Creek Samplers from, title, it was Moonshine. And it's about time for me to move the QSnap, so it's already off the QSnap so that I can be able to share it with you. And here we go. So I have the whole right side done with all of the words, and so then just the past few days I've been focusing on getting the woman stitched in, and last night I started on her dress. Oh, I love this piece. So the words, if I didn't hold the thing long enough for you to see it, the moon said to me, "Do not wait to be whole, to let your light shine from the depths of your soul." So, oh, I love this piece. I'm using called for colors, and the material is 18 count Artemis from Bestitch Me. And so I've really been working away on that dress. Like I said, it's called for colors, so it's got a perfect variegation for like the bodice portion, like right here. I love how that's coming out. So I've got plenty of material, but that moon is going to be a beast, and I can't wait to get stitching on it. But, so I've already stitched on that for a little while today. I'm probably going to get it recentered back on the QSnap. You can see my QSnap right there. And get back to stitching on that again, because I can't put it down. So the last whip that I have to share, I will try to do a little bit of editing here and get the picture put in here. It is called Hex Hotel from Kari, Uncanny, Kari, and Dees stitches. Dees 20 stitches? Dees 20 stitches. I'll try to put the name of everything down here if I can. I decided to, I was getting kind of sick of the little hoops that I've been using, and I bought these scroll frames that I was trying to buy the Rollo frames, whatever they're called, that Christine Stitch All the Things uses. And what I ordered is not what she uses, and I didn't realize it. So, so far it's working out good. It's just not what I was expecting, because what she talks about is having like basically, you know, a dowel that is split in half that you can sandwich your material in. You don't have to sew it together or whatever, to then put it on the sidebars and stretch it out. Well, what this is it's the dowel is solid, and there's just a little teeny tiny split in most of it. So you got to kind of like stretch that out a little bit to get your material in. It's just, I know it's not quite the same frame that Christine uses. So I'm still going to have to go back and Google and see if I can figure those out. But for now, these are working. I got them as a 3-pack that had, maybe it's a 4-pack, that had some longer bars that I probably won't ever use unless I actually get a stand frame. Yeah, like a stand, yeah. Lap stand, standing frame, whatever, like a Lowry. But this is working perfectly well in hand. So here's where we are at. This is on a piece of 18 count color and cotton. It's just a grab bag piece, so I don't have a color name. But now that I'm using this ring light, that's actually looking really true to color. So that's looking really good. And so this is the center. That's going to be a spider. Again, I haven't done the back stitching for the long lines yet. The night that I picked this up last Saturday, maybe it was a Friday night, you can see stitches just in the very corner of the frame. Stitches! Stitches! Your fans want to say hi. And she ran off. Tiny sighting of stitches. So anyways, the night that I picked this up last weekend, I had started on all of this green over here. I got it completely done. When it dawned on me, I started it in the wrong spot. And so it was all one stitch too low. And so like everything was just not gonna line up in it. And the way that I stitched around, like it just was not gonna be an easy thing where I could just, you know, pull this up. It all had to come out. So then I went ahead and got that black frame around there. If I remember right from the picture, there's a little ghost floating here. So this is going to be a really cute piece. Obviously, it's not going to be done for Christmas or Christmas. Wow. My words just speak before I can even think about them, don't they? This obviously is not going to be done for Halloween tomorrow, which is fine. Again, Halloween 365. So yeah. It was a pain to get so much stitched just to turn around and have to unstitch it all, but it's back in the right spot now, and now I can move forward. So, again, Hex Hotel, Uncanny, Kari, and Dees 20 stitches. I do believe that is correct. So, fun piece. I adore Halloween stuff. It is funny that I'm not one to like really decorate. I don't have little kids to take trick-or-treating, you know, all that good stuff, but I adore Halloween stitching and I cannot get enough of it. So the last whip that I have to share, it's been a couple weeks. I think I worked on this after my video last week. I remember getting the urge for full coverage stitching, and so I picked this up and got quite a bit done on it then, in maybe a day or two worth of stitching. I'm again gonna try to put a picture in here. This is Mini Midnight Messenger, artwork by Ann Stokes, charted by Heaven and Earth. Oh man, do I love this piece. So many things to stitch that I want to keep stitching on this and this and this and this, and gotta get back to it. So I'm still plugging away on page 1. I think there's 24 pages on this. I don't remember. But yeah, so I'm still plugging away on page 1. Just trying to see the detail of the tree. Again, the owl is going to be right in here. So when I really was working on it, I was filling in. There was a big portion in here. Might have been over here. Just trying to work my way, filling in the page. I'd pick a symbol and work my way down. Stitches at my feet. And so, yeah. This needle minder, love a Wonka bar. Love the movie. Mad for Minders is where that one came from. And I love the material of it. It's wood. I always want to make sure that I'm pulling the needle off of it right so that like my nails don't scratch the thing off of it. So, funny story. I'm missing a needle minder and I have no clue where it's at. You know, the lovely app Time Hop. So this time last year, I was plugging away on my eagles, my glorious Heaven and Earth eagles that I got finished. And so pictures of that is showing a needle minder. I don't know what I ever did to it. It's a black cat with a fishbowl sitting in front of it. I've got 2 metal signs that I keep my needle minder collection on. It's not there, not on either one of those. And I now have a book cart that I've started attaching them to that because my 2 signs are full. And so I haven't done anything about buying a 3rd one. So I just stuck them to my book cart. But yeah, and I've even looked through all of my whips to think that maybe I just moved it to another project. No clue. I'm hoping it'll show back up because it's an adorable needle minder. It's just funny that it's been bugging me that I can't find it anywhere. And because I've seen this picture come up day after day after day, that it's probably, you know, magnetized to something somewhere, something else that it shouldn't be. It's just funny that it's been bugging me so much. So anyways, 16 count white Ada, 2 strands full cross. That seems to be my go-to specifically for my full coverage pieces. So I'm thinking I need to get back to my Stitching Moon, Amy Stewart mini Stitching Moon. I love that piece, and you know, maybe I need to spend like the month of November working on that for my 25/7. It's not far enough along for me to say that I'm going to stitch that to finished every day for 25 minutes or whatever, but I think maybe I need to at least take a month and just work on it every day, and you know, until I'm ready to switch projects or something like that. Because I was thinking of using Book House by Stonehouse Stitch Works. I was going to say Stony Creek and I knew that wasn't right. But I don't know, that Stitching Moon, I love the piece. Again, a moon. And I don't pick it up. So that might actually be a good idea. We may see that next week and actually get some progress on it. So yeah, that is all of my projects that I have. New starts, finish, whips. Tomorrow I'm getting together with my mom, and it would be my sister's mother-in-law, and they are working on cards. They're really into the card making that I've shown it's been a few videos ago now. But I'm actually thinking I might take some of my little finished pieces and work on my stitching journal. We haven't seen any finishes added to that in a while, so I may actually work on that tomorrow. I don't know. Okay, so I will share the giveaway, and then I've got a little bit of haul to share. And again, as long as I can make the editing thing work. Issue that I have with doing editing is that the device, like I'll get through all of the editing. I use my phone or my iPad to do the editing, and I'll get all the way through, hit save, and it'll tell me not enough space to save it. So that's why I keep saying I'm gonna try to put the pictures in. But okay, I didn't even have it handy. Last week's prize. I'm not going to take it out of the bag that I put it in. But last week, 2 weeks ago now, I was giving away this Bestitch Me linen. It is a 32 count linen that I don't stitch on. I had 9 people enter for this, and the winner is Geneva Clark. Again, I will try to put a picture in here showing that winner name. So Geneva, if you would, please message me. You can DM me through Instagram, stitchingbee82, or you can send me an email on Gmail, stitchingbee82@gmail.com. Nice and convenient with having the names across. So my shirt this week is Cat Mom. I love the cat lady boxes. That's where this one's from. 2 weeks ago, I was wearing a shirt that you couldn't quite see the whole thing that said, on Catterdays, we wear cat shirts. Somebody asked me what it said, so I figured I'd say that. So this one's Cat Mom. So yes, Geneva Clark, please email me with your mailing address and I will get that out. Again, DM on Instagram, stitchingbee82, or Gmail, stitchingbee82@gmail.com. And I am going to do another giveaway this week, so if this is something that interests you, I got this from the Black Needle Society Cozy Stitching Box, and while it's a pretty pattern, it's not my style. I don't see me ever wanting to stitch it, and so I want to pass it on to somebody who will stitch it. So if you are interested, please enter to get this one, or for this one. It is the Blue Flower Autumn's Hymn. It's really cool. I actually saw a finish of this the other day, so it doesn't seem to be that hard of a stitch, seeing as how this was a September box, and I just saw somebody have a post a finish of it. So if you are interested in this, again, I ask that it would stay as US and Canada only, just because of the shipping issues at the moment. But if you are interested in this, please just comment autumn. As long as you put the word autumn in, I will enter you for that. So yes, Blue Flower, like I said, it's really cool. It calls for all DMC. It does have one of those new, like 0, 1 to 35. So, but yeah, if you're interested, again, say the word autumn. Please do not say the word giveaway, free, anything of that nature. Be 18, all that good stuff. Both of these giveaways are not sponsored by YouTube, they are by me. So yeah, last little bit, just I'm gonna share some of the pieces that I got from the Halloween Black Needle Society, the Halloween box, the big box, because there's some pretty cool stuff. I'm not showing everything, but we got a pattern this week that I really liked, and another Silver Creek samplers. I'm gonna have to start this one soon. It is called Flying Lesson. Try to get it here without the glare. So I have not seen this one before, so I'm assuming that it's probably a exclusive to the box for a while. But the words say, dusk to dawn, fly by night, Aviation Institute, established 1692. So that one was really cool. So we got all of the DMC colors for that, which I have in the bag. And then, sorry, I meant to have this actually out. The material we got with it is another Fiber on a Whim in the color Hazelwood. And that is a good representation right there. You can see a big splotch of green right in here. Otherwise it's brown, kind of a neutral. So that project is all kitted up, ready to go at some point. Who knows if it'll be soon. I don't make plans. And then the needle minder we got this week. I love this. It's a little heavy, but being on a QSnap, it'll be just fine. So it is a cone of 310, and it, I don't know if that's gonna, I can't tell if that's focusing. But at the bottom it says, I see thread people, and it's based off of the movie Sixth Sense, which I love that movie. Yeah, it's really glittery. You can see the glittery, so I like that. But I love how you can tell it's the shape of a cone of 310. So that was really cool. And then today's item. If you haven't opened it, if you're getting that and you haven't opened, you may want to turn off now, but it is a really cool pair of black cat scissors. And how perfect is this for me, with me having a black cat? The blade is really tiny, so I'm not so sure how much I'm gonna like these. I usually stick with the same pair of scissors. As much as I like scissors and like having different kinds, I tend to stick with the same ones. But that is really cool. You can tell from the one handle is the tail of the cat. So these are really cool. So that is that from the Black Needle Society. I did place a 1, 2, 3 stitch order, I don't know, last week or so, and I was just going, I needed some thread. Thread can't travel alone. So I was just going through the fabrics. I don't have anything in mind for these specifically, but I just had to get them to add them to the stash. This is a piece of Picture This Plus in the color Rubius. And it's just a little 8 by 12 or something. Yep, 8 by 12. So really pretty red. Again, no clue what I'm going to do with this. This actually reminds me of I just got the Bestitch Me's October fabric of the month. I'm not going to show it, seeing as how it is brand new. I mean, I literally got it from the mail before I started recording, so I'll try to remember to show it in my next video because it is a gorgeous color. We're just saying. Similar, but not quite. And then another piece of Picture This Plus in Storm. I love a good gray piece. This one's a bigger one. So this is a 12 by 17. Again, these are just for my stash. Can't have enough fabric, right? Alrighty. So that is all of my haul. Plans, I literally just said I don't plan ahead. But I really think that maybe I might start making my next round of 25/7, my Stitching Moon. I gotta get some progress on it. I really don't think I've worked on it at all this year. Maybe once or twice, if that. I've got a basket beside me that I keep on the floor between the couch and the coffee table with all of my projects. So it's just out of view. But there's other stuff sitting on top and I don't want to dig through to try to find it. So hopefully next week, if that's the piece that I do decide to go with. I guess at the moment it toss up between either Bookhouse or Stitching Moon. So if you want to see, keep an eye on my Instagram stories. I am posting pictures there. I'm going to try to remember this time to actually make a highlight so that I can kind of see my own, you know, day-to-day updates and like see that progression of the finished. So die. I guess it's say bye now since we're just about done. Stitches. I hope that little whine got on camera because it was really cute. She sounds so pitiful. She will curl up in my lap, but it's got to be on her doings, not me picking her up. So she's goofy. Everything is going good here in Michigan. It's gloomy, cloudy day. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna get things cleaned up here and get back to stitching. I started watching the TV series Army Wives on Hulu. I love that show. Episode I was watching last night had me crying. So, but I've seen the series before. I love it. So, you know, there's all these shows out there and I gotta keep going back to the shows that I'm already, well, you know, watched how many times. So, but yeah, I hope everyone is doing well. Keep stitching. Again, remember, if you are interested in this autumn piece, say the word autumn. And Geneva Clark, give me your email address. Not email. Send me a message with your mailing address. So I will see you guys again. I want to try to get back to my weekly scheduling again. So I guess that giveaway it'll be open until I film next time. So if it's next Saturday or if it's 2 weeks from now, we'll see. So keep stitching, everybody, and we'll see you again next time. Take care.